Hey everyone, it's Rail Fanatic here, and welcome to the channel. This is probably going to end up being the first video that I upload onto my channel. I have other videos up there. They're probably going to be deleted by the time you see this. They're just playthroughs with no commentary, but I figured that I would do commentary because it would actually be really fun. So today I'm going to be playing through a scenario that I made, and that's the kind of content that I'm going to be uploading generally on this channel. I like to make scenarios. I feel like the brand new Washington to Baltimore route did not come with enough scenarios, so we're going to be making lots of them. If you guys want me to do like live streams or videos like showing how I make them, let me know. I'm kind of new at this. I've made 2 scenarios now, and it's honestly not as hard as it looks. But if you guys want like tutorials or whatever, I would be, happy to do that for you. So this scenario is called Trouble on the Tracks. Maybe I'll change the name before I release it. Maybe I won't. So for the description, Happy Independence Day. In this scenario, you will be operating Acela Express number 2164 from Washington Union to Baltimore Penn. It isn't your typical summer afternoon though, as trouble lies ahead. Stay vigilant and follow the dispatcher's instructions to ensure your arrival to Baltimore Penn isn't too far off schedule. So it's a stormy afternoon. I did set the difficulty to the maximum level, and you'll see why. It isn't really hard, it's just kind of time consuming, and it takes around 50 minutes to complete. So let's just jump right into this. All right, good morning, engineer. Today you'll be operating Acela Express number 2164 en route to Baltimore Penn. You're scheduled to depart Washington Union at 12 and arrive at Baltimore Penn at 12:30. You may now begin boarding passengers. There are no restrictions or delays at this time. Have a safe trip. I'm honestly very shocked that I didn't stumble over any words there, and I'm probably going to do that a lot in these videos and on this channel. So let's put the windshield wipers on. I am using Rail Driver, by the way. I don't like, driving with mouse and keyboard. I hate that. You won't catch me doing that. So we're gonna board passengers. The scenario starts at 11:57. And then we depart at noon, expected to arrive at Baltimore at 12:30 p.m. We are not making a stop at BWI Airport. This service does not stop there. So yeah. And the timetables for this scenario are all based on real life timetables. Actually, I think I might have forgot something. I totally did not add any Camden Line trains. I don't know if we would even see any anyways, considering that we're only gonna be like in this general area for less than 5 minutes, I'd say. Maybe like 8 minutes. So I'm gonna check the Camden Line timetables and add them before I upload this scenario, but as of this video, you will not see them because I have not added them. This dude's just like jamming out to some music on his headphones. We're getting ready to depart, buddy. If you're getting on the train, get on now because we're not coming back. I'm probably gonna end up using the cruise control setting a little bit in this. I like to use that a lot, actually. And there is a section in this to where cruise control is going to come in handy very well, and you will see that momentarily. All right, so we are getting ready to depart in about 5 seconds. So there we go. We got our 100 points to start. Conductor boarding is complete and all doors are closed. You may now proceed en route to Baltimore Penn. So we're gonna get this thing started. I'm like trying to control my Rail Driver in a way that I don't like bump my microphone, because that is not going to be very pleasant. Now we're passing northbound. Actually, that is not wait, I lied. That is a northbound MARC service. We will not be seeing that at all because it'll be behind us the whole time, but it does end up following behind us eventually. And also there was another Northeast Regional service to our right-hand side. I don't know if you saw it or not when I was panning the camera, but that'll also be following right behind us. That's due to leave at 12:05, so just 5 short minutes after we depart, that's departing. And then I think at 12:15, that mark on the left departs as well. This signal ahead is restricted, so we should be moving over. Yeah, we're moving over to this track here. I'm I'm actually really enjoying doing this with commentary because I was thinking to myself, I was like, I'd rather just play through it, you know, with no commentary. But then it's just like, if I do commentary, what do I even say? Because it's just like, everything's pretty self-explanatory. Like, you see a limited approach signals coming up. It's just like, there's no need to really comment on that. But I kind of like this. If you guys want me to do more of these, I'll do them. I made another scenario. I definitely plan on doing a playthrough of that too, and I'm probably going to fail it miserably. Dispatcher, we just received word of an incident involving a vehicle stuck on the tracks just north of the Seabrook Mark station. Restrictions and track changes are imminent. We will have another update for you momentarily. Stay alert. Interesting, interesting. I wonder how that happened. How does a vehicle end up on the Northeast Corridor? There are no grade crossings, at least anymore, between, you know, Washington Union and Baltimore Penn. So how does that happen? Well, you'll see when we get there. You'll see when we get there. All right, let's speed up. I feel like I'm going way too slow. I was kind of lenient with the timetables, just for those of you that, you know, like to go super, super slow, like below the speed limit, like a lot. I was kind of lenient. I added like another minute or two onto the timer just for you guys because there are a lot of delays. I know a lot of you guys are going to be going super, super slow when you play this, so I was kind of lenient with it. But if you're not, you know, if you don't pick up the pace, you will be late to your, you know, destination markers, and you don't want that to happen. I'm going to bring this to about 50% throttle. What I normally do when I'm driving the Acela, this is the stock Acela. Oh my God, I don't have the mods installed. I'm afraid to install the mods because they mess everything up for some reason. Fanrailer's mods are really cool, but they glitch a lot for me, and here's why. I don't know if it's like something like in the physics file themselves. Oh, I was almost speeding. Ooh. I don't know if it's, you know, something in the physics file, but like, whenever I have them installed, the cab signaling doesn't work. It always displays, you know, signal speed 88, and the rail driver doesn't work on the ACS 64, you know, sound mod of his. I can't use my rail driver at all, but when I take the mods out, then the rail driver works. So it's like, there's an issue with like each of the, you know, each of his mods for some reason, and I don't know why, but that's just how it is. But anyways, I was getting sidetracked. When I drive the Acela Express, especially the stock Acela Express, I normally keep the throttle at, you know, between 50 and 60% up until, you know, I reach like 60, 70, 80 miles an hour. Then I bring it to 100%, just because I don't want to, like, you know, accelerate way too fast. And I need to stop talking and start paying attention because I feel like I'm gonna end up speeding. I really wasn't expecting to be talking for most of this. I'm very surprised. And for those of you wondering, because that signal like kind of didn't fully load until it was like right in front of us, I don't have my graphics set to maximum. I have my anti-aliasing set pretty high because I hate jagged edges, but the graphic detailing is like medium because I like for it to be smooth. Dispatcher, we have another update with new info on the incident. The vehicle is stuck on track 3 near milepost 122. You will be switching over to track 1 at Carroll Interlocking and must reduce to restricted speed 20 miles per hour by milepost 123 and continue at restricted speed until you reach milepost 121 just before Bowie Interlocking. I cannot speak, and I was not quick enough with that. That went away. I wish that I could increase the time of that, but I can't. But you guys can always pause and read it. I'm trying to think of like what it said after that, if I can remember it by heart, because I played through this scenario so many times when I was testing it, just to see like all the possible outcomes. I think it said like at the end, we'll let you know of any new updates or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. All right, speed limit is 125 now. All right, we're just gonna push this thing 100%. We're at the point now where we're going fast enough to where this isn't gonna make, you know, any passengers uncomfortable. I was thinking, should I put on cruise control for 125? We're not really gonna be going this fast too long anyway. And And you'll see why, you know, this car is stuck on the tracks. Look at the weather. There's like a severe thunderstorm in the area and somebody was driving adjacent to the tracks. I know, I'm kind of the storyteller, so if you guys like that though, I'll definitely incorporate that into, you know, more scenarios. But someone was driving adjacent to the tracks and they were being a little reckless. They hydroplaned, they went off the road and found themselves on the tracks and then found themselves stuck. Thankfully, there were no trains around on track 3. There were no accidents. So, you know, the car is kind of stuck on the tracks and probably has some damage, but wasn't struck by any trains. No one is seriously injured, which is good. They have called the ambulance. You will see it there. I'm going to begin reducing down to 110 and then immediately to 100. Perfect. I think that's actually like, I don't think I've ever gotten it that perfect slowing down at that interlocking before. Normally I'm always speeding or I slow down like way too much and I'll go through at like 85 when the speed limit's 100. I'm not as good at this game as some people are. I really do suck. I'm a terrible engineer. I'm terrible. Alright, we gotta slow down to 45 because the thingy said we're gonna be switching to, you know, track 1 at Carroll interlocking. But I'm gonna speed up just a little bit because we're still a little ways, more than a mile. I'm gonna begin slowing down right as we, there we go, right now. We're a mile out. I don't think, you know, going into suppression is slowing down too fast. I don't think this is too bad. I think this signal here is faulty because it always comes up and says signal speed 20. There's no, you know, reason for that to say 20. I think that's always faulty. Let me know if you guys have noticed that too with this route. All right, I'm gonna release the brakes because just like I expected, we're gonna be coming in a little too slow. I think we'll come in perfectly at 45 now. Now I really wish I, you know, did this video with fan railers mods. Oh my god, the horn, the Acela horn is so good. I get a little trigger happy with, you know, when I have his mods installed. I get so trigger happy. I just start blasting the horn randomly over and over again just because it sounds so good. Any second we should be going up to 110. There we go. I'm gonna bring it back up to about 60% throttle. So our first task is go via Seabrook. It's about a mile and a half. We're due to go past it 12:14. We're a little early, which is good. I did kind of get here really early. We're gonna go past it around 12:11. So 3 minutes early, which is good. It's pretty good for a delay. Really, really good for a delay. And I'm just gonna bring it to 100%. So we can fly by Seabrook at the full 110 miles an hour. If we can get there in time. We're just gonna be able to do it, I think. There we go, full 110. Time limit is bonus, that's right. All right, we're coming up. Reduced to restricted speed by milepost 123. And that's the next one coming up down on the timeline. Milepost 123, track 1, 20 miles per hour. So we're going to begin reducing now. And we should come right down to 20 by the time we get there. I was kind of lenient with the timetables, like I said. So we're not due to go past this milepost until 12:16, but we're going to be going past it at 12:12. So about 4 minutes early. So, I mean, we're gonna kind of make up for that time now, considering that we're down to, you know, restricted speed, pretty much. About a quarter of a mile out from this milepost. Okay, what I want to know is, why does this always happen? Cab signaling system disabled, ATC. Why does this happen on this route? Do you guys get that too? It like will constantly just randomly go off. I don't understand. So what I'm going to do now is we are going to go into cruise control, and we're going to set it to just below 20 because we are going to be crawling at 20 miles an hour for a little bit of time. I'm gonna put my throttle on to about 55, 57%. Here we go. We're now passing the first milepost right now. I'm gonna toot my own horn right now. I really think that I did a great job on this scenario for being a beginner. For this being the second scenario that I've ever made, I think I did a pretty damn good job. I'm gonna be honest with you. On the first scenario, I kind of messed up. Because you know how the MARC trains, you know, some of them, I'm trying to think of what the train is. I think it's the MP36PH. I don't even know. I'm sorry. It's probably completely wrong. That's probably not the right locomotive. They're weird looking. You guys know what I'm talking about? So, you know how they face a certain way, right? So, half the trains, including the player train, probably more than half the trains, are not facing the right way in this scenario, in that scenario. And I've already uploaded it. If I make changes in editor, will it update the Steam Workshop version? Is that how it works? Or will I have to completely re-upload it? I don't know. That's kind of upsetting because I did such a good job with that scenario too. So the next task, go via accident site, track 1 at 20 miles per hour. We are due to pass it at 12:15, that's the estimated, and we're supposed to be passing it at 12:17, so just 2 minutes shy. Still right on time though, and now you can see on the timeline, the accident site is coming into view. It's about, I think, half a mile away, so we're gonna start zooming in now. I cannot wait to show you. I worked so hard on this. It looks so real. There, like you can see like the little cones that I put. There's a lot of like workmen around. There are, you know, police cars. I think at one point I had like just regular bystanders standing by watching, you know how nosy people are. They always gotta poke their head in someone's business, even when it doesn't belong there. I think I had those people there at one point. I think I took them out. I'm not sure if they're still there. I guess we'll see when we go past it. Oh, it looks like we're gonna be going past the accident site right on time. Look at the ETA, how fast it's going up. 1549, 1550, 1551, 1552. Yeah, we're gonna be going past that just on time. So I guess maybe I wasn't too lenient with the times. Maybe they are just perfect. I kind of didn't want them to be like that though, because I don't want, you know, scenarios to be super hard. All right, we're coming up on the accident site. It is interesting to say the least. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump out from the cab view and we're gonna, you know, come up close and take a look here. So we got construction workers, construction cones, and look at this guy. He's stuck on the tracks. I even angled it properly and everything so it looks convincing that he's really stuck down there, you know? So we got the Matthew, can you speak? We got the timeliness points. We got our Acela going past at, you know, 20 miles an hour, restricted speed. We've got our, you know, workers standing around doing nothing. Are we surprised? Ambulance, police cars, pickup trucks, some, you know, people chilling in their cars, watching what's going on, and we also have police on this side just blocking things off, and look, they're all checking their time, like, how much longer are we gonna be here, man? But I hope you guys like that. That's really cool. That's not the only thing that happens in this scenario though. Keep your eyes peeled. So we passed that, making great time. Next up, we have go via milepost 121, which is the final milepost until we are allowed to, you know, return to normal speed. That is just a little over half a mile. You can see it creeping up on the timeline now. ETA 12:18 and continuing to steadily rise. We're due to go past it at 19. We might actually be late for this milepost. We might be late for this one. Hold on. Yeah, we might be late for this milepost. It's right before that signal. I don't think we're gonna get there at 19. I think we're gonna get there between 12:19 and 12:19, 30 seconds. I don't know how many points we'll lose from that. I just have like the standard point system that's, you know, on every regular scenario that dovetail ships. I think I kept like the point system the same. I just spread out the points between each, you know, task. So each time we go past, you know, like a checkpoint or whatever, it gives us the 100. So it totals to 1,000 for when everything is complete. Oh, it's gonna be so close, guys. It's gonna be so close. Ooh, we might not make it on time. I swear, if we're 2 seconds late and we lose a point, I want to get a perfect 1,000 score in this, because the score that you guys saw at the beginning of this video, I played through it earlier and I got a perfect score, but I was more lenient with the clock then. I made it a little more strict after that because I thought it was too easy. It's gonna be close. 18. Okay, so we are gonna get there in time. Okay, we're due by 19. We have 15 seconds. All right, we made it. We're good. We're good. We got our 100 points, guys. All right, speed limit. Dispatcher, now that you've cleared the accident site, you will be switching over to track 2 at Bowie Interlocking. Once you've cleared the interlocking, you may continue your journey at maximum permitted speed. All right, so let's bring this up to about 45. I'm gonna lower the throttle a little bit because we're gonna be heading into the interlocking going from track 1 to track 2. So we're gonna keep a medium crawl at 45. And if you look in the distance, you can see a southbound MARC train just waiting at the signal because we're all sharing track 1. That whole accident site is bottlenecked. Everyone, you know, traffic in each direction, north and southbound, no matter what track you're on, you gotta come down and share that track 1. So I've, you know, trained basically each train to, you know, share that track. So the dispatching is pretty meticulous. It's not perfect, but I did the best that I could do. So he's waiting. The Northeast Regional that's south, that's coming north, actually will get priority. So this guy's gonna be waiting for a little bit because the Northeast Regional is gonna go past 2 before he gets to go. Yeah, he's gonna be chilling for a little bit. So now the speed limit is 125, max permitted speed. So we're gonna put that right up here. And give it just a little more throttle. There we go. Oh my God, we might not, oh my God, okay, I'm gonna just throttle it 100% because we're due to pass Bowie at 12:21. We have 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Oh yeah, I'm throttling this 100%. We might get it, we might get it. Are we going to get it? 59? Holy shit! Look at me. This channel is not gonna remain family friendly, I can bet you. We made it by like half of a second. All right, dispatcher, we just received word of unexpected track maintenance on track 2 just north of BWI Airport. Due to this, you will be switching over to track 1 at Grove Interlocking. Remember, you are not stopping at BWI Airport, but be sure to reduce speed to no greater than 90 and sound your horn upon approach to the maintenance site. Your next and final stop is Baltimore Penn at 12:30, but due to the delays are expected to arrive at 12:45. I'm very surprised that I read this all with time to spare before it disappeared, but Yes, there's something else just north of BWI Airport, so even though we're not stopping at BWI, we will have to switch to track 1. We are due to pass Odington at 12:26 and estimated to pass it just a minute beforehand, so looking like we're right on time. I mean, we're not actually on time. We're delayed, but we're on time for the delay, if that makes sense. Also, another thing, if you guys want me to set up another camera that records the rail driver, like to put in the corner of the screen so you guys can see, the game and the rail driver as I'm operating it, let me know. If you guys want to see that, I'll do that, because I do have another webcam, so it'll be very possible. I'll just have to, angle it right. I might even get like one of those little flimsy arms or whatever they're called to mount onto my desk. All right, we're past Matthew, can you speak? We are passing Odington. Did I say Odington earlier? No, it's Odington. Just on time, and we're going to begin reducing speed down to 80 now because we will be switching on to track 1 momentarily. We're due to pass BWI 12:32. We'll be passing 12:29, so still ahead of schedule, which is good. We'll bring the cruise control down just shy of 80. Even though we won't be at 80 very long. We are now on track 1. I'm honestly surprised there, hasn't been any. No, there was one southbound service that passed us. Yeah, there was just one. I'm surprised there hasn't been more, but according to the, to the timetables for this time on a weekday in the summer, there aren't many MARC trains out in the middle of the day. If I would have done a morning scenario, it would have been, very different. All right, we're back to 110. Let's bring this up just shy of 110. Like, I always have trouble getting it to be perfect, and I always set it a little bit below just to give a little leeway so I don't end up speeding. I'm such a perfectionist, and I know that I'm going to try to get a perfect score, and I know that I won't. It's not possible for me. Even though it looks like we might get a perfect score in this video, we might not. We probably won't. Something's gonna happen. I'm gonna mess up somewhere. I'll just be rambling about something and not even realize that I have to slow down. And I'm so bad with getting on my phone while I'm driving the train. Like, this was real life, I'd be fired in like 2 seconds. Yeah, it would not work out very well. Jeez, track speed on track 1 is so slow. Like, when you're used to going 125 the whole time, going, 105, 110, it just feels like you're crawling, even though you're really not. I would really appreciate if they had motion blur, like realistic motion blur, like how it is in, Train Sim World and Train Sim World 2, to where it actually looks like you are flying Oh, this game would be so good with that. I won't lie, the super elevation definitely helps with, you know, making it feel like you're really driving a train realistically. The Philadelphia to New York corridor, it has barely any super elevation, only around like the big curves like Frankfurt Junction, you know. But most of the route, it doesn't have curves or, you know, super elevation like this one has. And it doesn't feel the same. Like, this is so good because of that. It really is. All right, we were coming up on a 90, so this is probably us approaching BWI. Yeah, we're about 2 miles out, just over 2 miles. And we are on time. We are delayed, but on time. Our delay is on time. We are not double delayed, if that makes sense. Also, why is the middle track, why does that have restricted, you know, signals when no train's on it? I've always wondered that with this route. Oh shoot, I should have slowed down earlier. What was I thinking? Oh no, I shouldn't have. I'll be fine. All right, we are down to 90. You better slow down a little more. You're gonna lose points. Thank you. I was about to yell at this train. All right, let's put our throttle back up, but we should stay at 90. So we're passing BWI. That's our first one. Coming in hot at 12:28, due 12:32. Got some extra time on our hands, which is good. I'm gonna sound the bell and I'm gonna sound the horn as well, just because we're on track 1 coming by at 90 miles an hour. And I'm gonna put on the bell. We got our timeliness bonus. And now you can see we're coming up on our maintenance site, on the timeline track maintenance site. We're due to pass 90 miles per hour at 12:33. It's 12:28, just about 12:29. And we have to sound the horn as we approach. And you can see them down there. Look at them working in the middle. I loved putting that. That was so fun. All right, now that we have passed that, we are A-okay to increase to 110 again. And there we go. We have a southbound. Acela, what is it? Will it say? I don't know if it'll say. Oh well. A little more choppier than it usually is. I don't know why. It normally isn't this choppy. Like Dovetail, this game in particular, it's just never really good with, you know, loading the next block of scenery. But it always starts to, you know, jitter every half a mile or so as it's loading more scenery and stuff. But I've adjusted my settings to where it stopped doing that, and now it's doing it again, so I really don't understand. Speed limit's coming down to 105 in less than a mile. I'm going 106, so we really won't have to, you know, slow down. I'll just chill off the throttle. I will just chill with it. What was that we just went under? Was that 95? Or was that 6? I don't even remember. It's either 95 or 695. I get them confused. I only know when we're north of Baltimore. That's the part of the corridor I know best, is Baltimore to Philly. And thankfully, the community's building that right now, which is cool. Dispatcher, upon your approach to Baltimore Penn, you may encounter several faulty signals displaying the restricted speed, limited approach, and medium approach aspect in or just before the BMP tunnel. Please disregard these as your path from here to Baltimore Penn is clear. You may proceed past these signals at track speed. So that's important. Yeah. I don't know why, but there are faulty signals in this scenario. Our path is clear. They do come up. So I figured I would add a text box, you know, letting you know not to listen to them. 75-mile-an-hour speeds coming up. And here it is. Perfect timing because we have, I think, what is that? Is that even a signal aspect? I don't know my signals. I'm not good with them. I'm gonna let you know right here, right now. I don't know what that is, but it wants us to reduce to 20. We are not. We are going to ignore them from here on out. Our path is 100% clear. And look, another southbound. A long one. Next stop, Baltimore Penn. We're due at 42. We're gonna arrive at 41:39, so we are right on time. We're gonna reduce down to 70 now. Bring the cruise control down, even though we're not gonna be at 70 too long. Another aspect we're going to ignore. What is this, medium approach? I don't know my signals, guys. Please educate me. I don't know my signals. I'm so bad. Like I told you, I'm a terrible engineer. Should not be allowed behind this engine. Should not be allowed in this cockpit. And look, it happened again. Cab signaling system disabled. All right, we're gonna bring it down to 50 now. Ooh, okay. It was coming close to me losing a point or two. But I got it. We're good. Oh, yeah, that's reduced to 30. I did not see that. I was not paying attention. And I think this is the first signal aspect that shows restricted, even though it is not restricted. I don't know why it's like this. Trust me, I tried a million different combinations of things when doing timetables and moving trains around. Nothing fixed that. I don't even know. Can you even change what the signals say in, you know, the scenario editor? I don't even know if you can, but we're clear. Trust me, we're 100% clear. I'm the dispatcher. I make the rules. This is the part of the route where we just go painfully slow through the BMP tunnel. It's so slow, like I could fall asleep. I'm sure it isn't this boring in real life though. Oh, look, now it's back to clear again. It goes from restricted to clear, and I'm pretty sure that at this, you know, signal coming up, it goes back to something else. It's like, this game has a mind of its own. It makes no sense. Like, we were the only train coming through here right now. Yeah, back down to 20 signal speed again. Beautiful. All right, I think I'm just gonna be off the throttle from the whole point forward, basically. And we're just gonna have to watch our speed and apply our brakes anytime we get close to 30. I'm always so bad with this. I'll blink and then I'm speeding. All right, let's go into suppression. I just go in for like a second or two. And then we'll slowly work our way back up to 30 again because we're going down a little slope. It's nearly 1%. And I think that towards the end, like right as you're coming out into Penn, I think it actually comes up to like 1.4% downhill grade. It's insane. When was this tunnel built? Do any of you know? I know this tunnel is old as hell. What's the deal with the clearances too? Because there's like a lot of little skylights in this tunnel and I don't know why. There has to be a reason for it. Does that have to do with like the clearance? We should be seeing another southbound any second. And look, see another restricted signal we just passed. There should be, oh shit, I gotta slow down. There should be another southbound mark just about now. And there it is. See, like we're right on schedule. We're right on schedule. But there was never a point when that southbound mark was on any track that we need from here to Penn. It didn't, you know, switch through an interlocking or like anything. It didn't come on our tracks at all whatsoever. So I don't know how there would even be any signal complications with that, you know? This is the train I was talking about, the one in my first scenario that I suck at driving. I cannot control the brakes on that thing to save my life. I will, you know, brake too hard and the train comes to a complete stop way short of the station and then it takes forever to get the thing moving again. Or I'll just like completely overshoot the station. And stopping in West Baltimore is a pain. Oh my God, my Baltimore accent just came out crazy when I did that. Stopping in West Baltimore is insane because it's such a small area that you have to stop, you know, one of the passenger cars specifically on, or else you will not be able to open the doors. And I fail it every time, and because of that, I'm late to every single stop. It's so bad. I want to make a mark scenario though where we drive the HHP 8. You guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm gonna make one of those. These first two scenarios though are just, you know, requiring the DC to Baltimore route. But I'll do more that incorporate other routes, just not yet. And I'll do more easy, like, routes with less challenges too. When it's just about, you know, driving past all the other trains that are coming through. But I wanted to do these because, you know, I like a little bit of a challenge. All right, we are coming into Baltimore at 12:39. We're due halfway, you know, between 12:40 and 12:41. We're due at 12:42, so we're right on time. This is perfect. We now complete our stop, take off the bell, open up the doors. We arrive 12:40, just half past. About a minute and a half before schedule. We did good. We did really good, guys. Wow, this was actually really fun recording this with commentary. I wasn't gonna do it like this, and I was, you know, just thinking, why not? You know, if it doesn't turn out, I can delete it. Or I can just, you know, delete the audio file of this and just upload, you know, the game sound instead of, you know, the mic sound too. But this is gonna get uploaded. I like this. If you guys, you know, want more of this, I'm currently making a scenario pack. If you want me to continue doing so and continue recording my playthroughs of them, I would love to do it. The video will be up before the scenario, just so I can promote it a little. I don't want to like spoil it though. I don't want everyone to like watch the whole video then they know what happens, you know? There we go, we made it with a perfect score. Congratulations, you completed all tasks successfully. It takes you to the main menu. We got a perfect score. Look at that, timeliness. Like, this is perfect. We did perfect. We literally did perfect. I'm very surprised. Thank you all for watching. Give the video a thumbs up, click subscribe. There's lots more coming, trust me. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.